Hello everybody, Dan here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. Alright guys, so let's get into it. Today we have a story for everybody about Liz Woods and her man, or is he her man anymore, Big Ed Brown. I know so many of you love Big Ed, and I'm being sarcastic. I know most of you don't like Big Ed, and so we're going to talk about what is going on because there's been some updates posted on the internet, online, on social media by these two that are kind of confusing, and there's been some information, some pictures posted by Liz that hints that she has another man. Now, before I get into this video, and you guys will often hear me talk about Big Ed Brown and why I think he should be canceled and off the show, and I know that we have some new viewers here, some people that probably don't know because I've seen the comments. So if you guys don't know about what happened with Big Ed, back in 2020, a few years ago, he was accused by a young lady by the name of Lorelei Clemens of of sexual assault, but it's really bad. The details about that case are really bad. Now, if you guys haven't watched it, you should go and check out the first video ever on this channel, and you'll get all the details in there. Now, what happened is that the case was never brought forward in court, basically because the lady signed an NDA at the time. So she settled a decision that she later regretted, and we spoke about that when I interviewed her. However, I will say one thing: Big Ed has blocked this publication. He has blocked Daily Soap Dish on Instagram. He has never addressed any of the allegations ever. He has never spoken once about it, and I think that this is a reason why TLC keeps bringing him back on, because the case never went to court. He settled, and there was an NDA that was signed, and I think as a result of that, TLC feels that it's okay to keep bringing back Ed Brown, even though the allegations sound very, very, very serious. So if you guys haven't watched it, go and check out that video. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on with Liz here, because this seems like very interesting, because Liz really is the one that she seems to not want to move on from Ed. She seems to always kind of come back to Ed, no matter what he does, no matter how low Big Ed goes. It seems like it's never too low for Liz. She'll just take him back no matter what. So this seems like a bit of a shocker here. So let's check out what's going on. So Liz enjoys date with mystery man amid Big Ed split rumor. So this is from Screen Rant right here. And Liz Woods was spotted on a date with a rumored boyfriend after Big Ed Brown shared cuddly pics with female friend on Instagram. We're going to take a look at that also as well to see who Big Ed Brown shared pictures with. Now, Liz Woods from 90 Day The Last Resort is going on dates with a mystery man, sparking rumors of a split from Big Ed. Liz and Big Ed got engaged on the show, but have since faced multiple breakups and a lack of trust. The couple attended couples therapy and seemed drama-free on screen, but recent videos and photos suggest another split. I'll just say, before we get into the rest of this article, every time that we see couples on 90 Day Fiancé go to couples therapy, is it me, or does it seem like the couple is completely doomed? I think we saw it with Danielle and Johan as well. I think that was like the last resort, or it was the last try in a certain way to fix that relationship, and it just didn't work. It doesn't seem like it ever works, at least on the show, but it seems like people always do it. Now, Liz Woods is going on dates with a mystery man. She's a 30-year-old American woman. She worked in a San Diego restaurant when she met Big Ed, who's 56. Now, Big Ed and his ex-girlfriend, Rose Vega, had just broken up on 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. Big Ed became friends with Liz while frequenting her restaurant. Liz wasn't too keen on dating Big Ed when he asked her out. They even broke up on the season 1 of 90 Day The Single Life. Now, shockingly, Big Ed and Liz ended up getting engaged when they got back together and decided that they'd get married on 90 Day The Last Resort. However, Liz and Big Ed have both sparked split rumors since the show ended, and this is what's going on right here. So this is on Reddit, and this was this was a picture that she shared, and she posted other pictures according to this user, Cuddly Turtle 945 on Reddit. And supposedly she posted other pictures recently on a date night, but only showed the date's hand as well. Is she messing with us, or is this a new rebound relationship? So you can see here in the picture that it is a male hand, and it doesn't look like Big Ed. And some people even commenting that there is a neck there, so that's how you know that it's definitely not Big Ed. But this does indeed look like a date night. And if you guys feel a bit of a sense of a deja vu, it's because just, not long ago, we did a similar story on Miona Bell, who also went out on a date with a mystery man, and, we're talking about her and Jabri Bell splitting up. And she basically did, well, very similar to this. I guess Liz is copying Miona and is dropping all this information, so I don't know, but the picture is very similar because in the Miona one, we also had a hand of the new man, and then we were able to tell that it wasn't Jabri, and so on and so forth. So let's take a look at the rest of this here. The Boomerang video showed Liz clinking cocktail glasses with someone. She made sure to hide the face of the man sitting in front of her at the table. However, it did not look like Big Ed at all. Liz and her mystery date seemed to be enjoying cheesy fries and tequila shots on their date night with matching margaritas. Is Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé single again? Now, Liz did not caption her video, but the fan noted this wasn't the first time that Liz had been on a date with someone who wasn't Big Ed. They mentioned Liz posted other pictures recently of a date night that only showed the man's hand. Oh, good. This person said, oh, good for her. Ed is the worst. Big Ed and Liz had broken up for the 11th time when they appeared in 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 7. Liz didn't like that Big Ed had slid into Rose's DMs again. So Big Ed just can't really help himself. But to be honest with you guys, Big Ed never really loved, in my opinion, Liz. I think that he settled with Liz because she was willing to take him as is, so to speak. And I think he enjoyed that because, Rose was not one of those people. She was not willing to just take Big Ed as he is. And, that relationship went sour very, very quickly. But, Liz seemed to not mind Big Ed. And also, I believe, I forget the girl's name in Mexico, but Big Ed tried to get with that girl in Mexico. I think even proposed to her, and that didn't work out. And that's when he went back to Liz. So Liz, for some reason, reminds me a little bit of Mary in the Jeffrey Pascal and Varia Molina storyline. She just always seemed to be there for Big Ed, no matter what, no matter how trash Big Ed can be, no matter what he does, she always seemed to kind of be there, which is why this is kind of taking me a little bit by surprise here. Now, by the time that they attended the last resort that just ended not that long ago, Big Ed and Liz had been through their 13th split. Surprisingly, couples therapy seemed to be working for them. I guess not. Big Ed and Liz were perhaps the most drama-free couple in season 1. Their future looked promising to those who watched them on screen. Besides, fans knew of a supposed spoiler about the couple, which hinted at their August 2023 wedding. There was a wedding website that revealed Big Ed and Liz were going to get married in front of family and friends during a wedding ceremony and reception held in Bentonville, Arkansas. But alas, Big Ed and Liz have seemingly split again since she's sharing videos and photos from her dates with someone else. Earlier this month, Big Ed went to watch a game in San Diego without his alleged wife, Liz. Instead, Big Ed was accompanied by a female friend. He shared cuddly photos with the woman on his Instagram. And this is the pictures right here that Big Ed shared. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe, and you guys will tell me if I'm wrong about that, but I believe that this is the lady that Big Ed, and I'm just going to take myself off the screen here. I believe this is the lady that Big Ed met through Liz. You guys will correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is Liz's friend. You guys let me know. I think we met her a couple of seasons ago, and Big Ed, was taking photos of her. It could be a different lady. Maybe they just look the same or similar. And Big Ed was taking photos of her because, Big Ed is a photographer. Now, the rumors, if you guys don't know, was that Big Ed kind of used his photography, let's say in quotation marks, expertise, and in a perhaps not kosher way, let's just put it that way. And you kind of got a glimpse of that when Big Ed was photographing this woman, and he seemed to kind of, be very interested in Liz's friend. And at that moment, Liz was very upset. She had a breakdown that Big Ed, once again, was flirting with somebody else. And then, Big Ed went to try to comfort Liz, but was really just kind of like putting her down and just making her feel kind of worthless at that moment in time. But I do believe this is the same lady. I could be wrong. But yeah, so he was there not very long ago. And so this is what originally sparked breakup rumors of these two, because he was there with this lady. This was about 5 or 6 days ago or something like that. And then just recently we got these images and this post of Liz, having cocktails with a mystery man, very much in the same style as the Miona Bell photos and videos that we saw with her going to a steak dinner. And there was another person there that was very clearly not Jabri Bell, and she did not show his face, but only showed his hand and portion of his torso, I guess. And so as to kind of hint that she has a new man, but without truly confirming his identity. Miona did something else. I think recently she showed pictures of her man son, but we're not going to do that video because we're not going to, post a video every time that Miona shows a new limb or a new finger or a new body part. That's just not what we're going to do. And I know you guys kind of don't really like Miona and Jabri as well. Now, this is what people are saying in the comments here. There's a presence of a neck, so it's definitely not Big Ed. Oh, good for her. Ed is the worst. Good for her. I see neck. So I live in San Diego, and last week I was at a hockey game, and Ed was in attendance. He was there, but it was with some blonde woman. Let's see. This is Ed at supposedly a hockey game. This wouldn't be in the NHL since they don't have an NHL team. I can't see the blonde woman, but there's Big Ed right there. I guess he was recognized by the film crew. And there he is right there. He looks like he's blocking the people behind him from the camera too. I'm sure it's just a coincidence, but it's still funny, LOL. Once they showed him on the big screen, people started flocking over to a section to go get a pic or whatever. He was eating it up. That really doesn't surprise me. This person says that he's such a twat. Oh, I can imagine the show has really made him think highly of himself. Like, go back and watch his first season and how much of a whiny weenie he was. And the absolute arrogance he has now is just crazy to see. I'm very interested in those cheese fries. Let us not get too excited now. Even if she's out on a few days, she has a habit of going back to Big Ed. And that's kind of my position on this as well, is that she kind of seems to go back to Big Ed because it just doesn't seem like she's able to work through other relationships. And Liz seems to have a knack of picking out toxic relationships that eventually don't work. But I think Big Ed is kind of like, she almost at some point while I was watching them almost felt like she was privileged to kind of be in the presence of Big Ed. So my camera kind of died here, so I'm just going to wrap this up right here, guys. This is the news. It does appear as if Liz might have a new man. Now, we don't know if her and Big Ed did get married. We're not sure about that, but if they did, it sounds like it was a short wedding and that she's now, she now has a new man. And of course, Big Ed obviously is trying to, probably find another woman so that he can come back on the show, because as you saw in those comments, people say that Big Ed has a big head because of his first season. I'll tell you guys my opinion. The reason why Big Ed got so popular in his first season is because that season, based on my research, was the hottest season of 90 Day Fiancé of all time because of the pandemic, and it became basically a viral hit. Lots of people started knowing who the main cast members were that season, and unfortunately Big Ed seemed to be the star that season. A lot of people don't know enough about Big Ed, but they still consider him as this kind of like reality star, but they don't know his history. They don't know the accusations against him. They don't know what kind of person he really is, but that's the reason why he has a big head and why a lot of people know more about Big Ed than they do about some of the other cast members. So this is going to do it for the video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. I don't know why my camera died. Unfortunately, we'll fix that for the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Hit that subscribe button down below for more content right here on the channel, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care.